Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Against the Public for November 9th. I'm Dana Lane. Today, I'm going to give you my 2 free top college football plays for Saturday. After that, please go to pickdawgz.com where you can expect to find my premium college football selections along with the NBA, college basketball, NHL. It is a busy time of year. It is probably the busiest. This is the start of an avalanche of sports. So please allow me to guide you through the entire day. We're going to have a fantastic weekend as we did on Friday. Let's get to your free play. We'll start it off 12 o'clock Eastern time between the Miami Hurricanes and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets from Bobby Dodd Stadium. Hurricanes are a consensus 10.5 point favorite with a total of 63.5. This number opened at 11 in most spots. It opened at about 10 in Vegas at most of the properties here. Not much of a budge on the number in town, but we have seen sites that open up at 11 now down to 10.5. Some places are at 10. So 10 is going to be, I think, the consensus number before kickoff. If we're going to see a push on either side, it will probably be on Miami. Miami 59% of the money, are getting 59% of the money right now. There has been a late professional push from money coming in today, or today being Friday, on Georgia Tech, which has pushed those percentages a little bit closer. There may be a small chance that wind is going to be a factor in this game. We do expect gusts to be around 11 miles an hour, and that wind is going to come from the east side. So if you're an in-game player or you just like to know where the wind's coming from, then we'll see. Pay attention to that coin flip, and we'll see who's got the wind at their back. So we got that to deal with on Saturday. Tech's coming off that bye week, which means they've had time to heal. They've had some injuries to key players. Most importantly, Haynes King had time to heal after not playing since that North Carolina game where he injured his throwing shoulder, and that's a tough injury because this is the time of year, guys. I don't know if you know. I'm sure you guys all know. You're very educated at this game and that we call betting. This is very difficult to squeeze credible information out of universities and people around the universities because this is the time where most are very hush-hush about who's hurt and who's not. But it is reasonable to think that King has had time to heal, that he might start this game. Injured his throwing shoulder. He's still a game time decision, but is one of the best signal callers in the ACC, and he can beat you with his arm, he can beat you with his leg. So it's very important that not only does he play, but he plays at almost 100%. So we'll see. We're still anticipating. And if you look into this number a little bit, if you read into the number, you can kind of say, okay, some key players are going to play for Georgia Tech, because I think if they were not going to play, I think Miami would be a much bigger favorite than they are right now. It does also looks like Jamal Haynes is going to be he's going to be in the lineup as well. He's been dealing with some nagging injuries, but again, it's one of those things where I think he's going. My gut feeling, and you really go on your gut feeling a lot this year when it comes to, or this time of year when it comes to injuries, just because. Again, you're not getting a confirmation until kickoff. But my gut feeling is Jamal Haynes is going to play. I think Kyle Efert's going to play. If he plays, which he's their linebacker, which it is a massive boost for Georgia Tech, because as you know, with Cam Ward at behind center for Miami, containment is massive for Georgia Tech. So having Efert in the lineup, a guy that's not great against the pass, but really good against the run, I think that is a huge plus for Georgia Tech. So 2 weeks to prepare, getting healthier with the hopes of all three of those key players playing, not only playing, but playing close to 100%. I'm going to take Tech with the points in this one. Then game number 2, 3:30 Eastern time. Game 183-184, Michigan Wolverines against the Indiana Hoosiers. Hoosiers minus 14.5, 48.5 is your total. It's been a long time since we've seen a line like this when these two teams have got together. In fact, it's the first time that Indiana has been favored over Michigan since 1968. Indiana money, pouring in as we speak from both the public and the professional side. So I would suggest getting on this game as soon as possible, because it would be nothing for the books to flip this number to 15 if they just continue to get Indiana money, considering we're already over that key number of 14. Wise Guy Money seems to be more interested in the total here, so I don't think that money is going to, or the large money is going to affect the number anymore leading up to game time. So it's probably just all going to be general public wagering at this point. Indiana 9-0 this year, winning by an average of 33 points per game, has an 8-game winning streak against the number. Kirk Cignetti has done an incredible job there since coming over from James Madison, and I think this is going to be probably the first time in the history of this program where this is going to be a home field advantage when these two get together. Usually it's filled up about 75% Wolverine fans. I think that's going to flip in this game, so that's a plus for Indiana. And going back to Cignetti, I mean, if you watched him at Media Day, people laughed at the things that he was predicting and saying about Indiana. But of course, he had all those transfer players come over from James Madison. He knew exactly what he had and what he was going to do. And I don't know, a lot of coaches they tell you how great that they're. A lot of new coaches tell you how great their program's going to be and what they're going to do. But Cignetti's actually doing it, and now he's getting a lot of positive press for coming through on his predictions. One thing is for sure, the Hoosiers, because of the past and because of where they are in the polls, will not take their foot off the pedal in this game. They will run up the score if necessary, or if they will run up the score if they can, I guess is the way to say this. They are not going to be in a situation where they're going to feel bad for Michigan at all. So I expect that to happen, and I expect there to be a comfortable margin of victory for the Indiana Hoosiers. So we're going to take Indiana minus the points as your second free game. Now, please go to pickdawgz.com, where all access customers are absolutely on fire. Over the last 7 days, all access customers are up 1,196 units, 59% winners. Just had another one come in with the Clippers. Don't forget, college basketball, we've crushed 60% of our early plays. That's number one amongst cappers with at least 10 plays so far this year. And the NHL, also number one amongst cappers with at least 50 plays. And just to break that down a little bit further, college football bettors, 60% winners over the last 7 days. So keep that in mind. Tomorrow, NHL, 12-2 run over the last 7 days, and in fact that even extends a little bit further than that, but I kind of just break it down by a week. 12-2 run in the National Hockey League, plus 1,068 units. 57% winners in the NHL over the last 30 days. That's number one amongst cappers with at least 20 plays. The gloves are off, guys, for the rest of 2024. Get every premium selection that I release at pickdawgz.com. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Saturday.